Look, if I don't ask, I'm telling myself no. When I say 2024 been lit, everybody nice. Everybody like their job. Everybody love the kids. And I love that for me. All right, so real quick, I'm in the ED, came in, immediately got thrown 2 patients, and I've done more than I've ever done, like presenting, coming up with a diagnosis on the spot, asking me questions, all that stuff. Didn't know some of it, gave me a little bit of hint, got it. Ex-resident didn't know, then I was like, oh, I know that, said it. Had to order medication. I'm just like, what? I've never had to do this. I thought I would not like the ED. So far, I'm only 1 hour in, but this is kind of cool, and I am shocked. I am shocked. Ooh, I'm tired. Okay, so I was in the ED for a 6-hour shift. It was 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and came right in immediately. So like the first 4 hours of the shift, I was with the ED teams, like just emergency medicine. And the last 2 hours, I was with the peds emergency medicine team. I did have a resident midway through the first part of the shift. The attending was mad cool and just like making things very easily and relatable, and like the way she was discussing them with me, I didn't feel bad if I got something wrong. She prompted me on like, okay, what's next? Or she would ask the resident and say to the resident, well, like, you definitely should know this. So like, you know, what's really good. So that was cool. And I just felt like, all right, you threw me in there the moment I got there with 2 kids, siblings, to see them together. And I'm just like, ooh, child. That's too much because I'm used to just like 1 person at a time and not 2. So then there was this long lull. I saw a patient like with the resident where I got to, you know, take the history. And as I'm taking the history, a plan is coming up in my head. And then they ran like some triage labs, which made something else pop up so different from the plan that I was just like, I have no clue. Like, we talking about 1 organ and now we done went to 2 other organs, 2 to 3 other organs that we were concerned about. So that was interesting. And finally, after like at the end of my shift, I wound up staying over about like 5 minutes, and the attending or the fellow was just kind of like, look, we might want to consult this other service because we don't want this to be something that we miss. But, you know, since this is ED, and, you know, the girls love talking about ED and how a shift works, my shift is over. So I'll ask my friend how it all ends up. But that is day 1. Ooh, I'm tired. This portion of the video is sponsored by Picmonic, an amazing tool, a resource that you can use to help you learn all things in medicine and the sciences. And I'm scrolling through this really quickly so that you can see all of the different topics that I could actually focus on. But today I'm focusing on nephrology. I am currently on my pediatrics rotation, so there are a lot of things and a lot of conditions that I needed to know. Under nephrology, it allowed me to go to see anatomy, embryology, physiology, pathology, pharmacology, and other topics, right? So since I'm in the clinic, I'm like, let me go to this pathology because I have a lot of hypertensive patients this week, a lot of nephritic and nephrotic patients this week, and I want to be prepared when my attendant asks me questions. After the video, you can see some characteristics, diagnoses, primary and secondary concerns, and even some community facts on their left tab. So community members have also pulled additional resources for you to go through if you didn't fully grasp the concept of the video. Also, there are some audio transcripts for those who like to just hear the information versus seeing it. On the right tab, they tell me some additional videos that are currently related to the syndrome or the topic that I'm watching. So I chose to click on minimal change disease, which is the most common cause of nephrotic syndrome in children. Also tell you about what's going to be seen under a light microscopy, giving you some pictures to trigger your memory. And for me, this is very, very helpful because after a long day in the clinic, like I work 11, 12 hours some days, I don't even feel like coming home to study. But if I could pop on a 1.5, 2 minute Picmonic video, I don't feel like my day has been wasted or like my time has been in vain. So please do yourself a favor and go to this website, picmonic.com. Use my link down below in the description box to get yourself a special discount. Trust me, you will not regret it. And let's get back to the video. What's so crazy to me is that whenever I'm catching the train and I'm rushing out the house thinking it's gonna be there at a certain time, then it come late. And then when I need it to come late, that thing come early. Then the next train, it come late. So now look at me, walking out fast because now who late? Me. What a mess. Anyway, second day of the ED. I had yesterday off and I am on the second shift of the day, so 4 to 10 p.m. I'm exhausted. I woke up this morning at 6 a.m. and I went swimming and yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I learned some things because Monday shift, I learned a lot of things. And then when I did some practice questions, they was real good, okay? Ate them up. So let's use this as a learning experience. Had I not packed a little bag lunch, I would have been on time. But I also need to take that nap. And then I have to change to some scrubs. Yeah, was a lot of things going on, but yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I've been here for 2 hours and I've been sitting at my desk the whole time. There have been no patients for me. It's real slow in the ED for peds tonight. I'm assuming because it was snowing earlier, now it's raining. The kids are back at school from spring break after Easter and parents just don't want to bring them in. Be that as it may, it's fine because I did not study at all earlier today. So I've gone through 22 incorrect questions and I'm about to start a block of 30. So I got a patient to see once they come back from imaging, and we're gonna see how this night goes, but I got less than 4 hours left. Tick tock, tick tock. And if I'm lucky, maybe they'll let me leave early. But I think the shift is about to change at 8 o'clock, so we'll see. Thank you. So I don't know if y'all can't even hear me. I am so tired. I had packed food, like a bag lunch, because in the ED you really don't get to leave and go eat. So I had a whole bag of carrots. Like I'm talking not even a snack pack, but like a whole bag. A PB&J. What else did I have? I guess it's just some water. Oh no, I had a granola bar, a Starburst, like I'm looking up to see if Chick-fil-A still open because I need some real food and I'm still hungry. Luckily, I'm getting a ride home because it is dark outside. They let me leave 13 minutes early. She was like, oh, you're about to be off. We don't have any more patients. We got to just update this for this patient. It'll be fine. So I had a patient where to me, everything was like asymptomatic. I'm like, okay, we're going to send them home with supportive care. The attendant went in there and then the patient vomited again. And it was like, the patients be betraying me. I went in there one time to see something and I told the resident like, okay, look, this was the presentation. The resident goes in there and they didn't present the same. I'm just like, bruh, even the ones that can't talk be betraying me. It's crazy how like stories and stuff change from student to resident to like attending. Wild. But she was like, yeah, you'll never, that'll never end. That'll always happen. But so they're gonna keep the patient and run some more tests. But she was like, yeah, we're just gonna run these tests so you can go home. And I was basically like, say less, girl. So yeah, day 2 in the ED, it was like very quiet the first 2 hours, and then the last 4 it just picked up. I was only able to do 8 questions out of my set of 30 because I was just like, wow, like y'all haven't even, like things just picked up so crazy. Like at first we didn't have no beds at all. I'm trying to find a way to sit this thing up, but whatever. At first we didn't have no beds at all, and then it turned into us having like all the people, all the things. So yeah, 2 days in the ED down, 1 more to go, and the next one's supposed to be a night shift. I'm trying to low-key get it switched to a day shift, but we'll see. Prayers up though, prayers up. Literally waiting on my friend to log on to Zoom. There's that for our study session.
You're getting ready.
Girl, guess what?
Okay, let me take a breath.
I mean, it's like a small win, but you know, we celebrating all wins in this season.
I can't wait. I'm missing so much. Okay.
Oh my God. Sorry, picture. So I had emailed Dr. She never responded. So I emailed her again this morning and I gave her the background like, look, being at my father's birthday party is very important to me. She still ain't respond. So then I text her like, look.
Why am I crying?
I do not know. And she just responded saying I could change my shift so I ain't got no overnights and I work tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Oh my God.
And I get to be at the birthday party.
I love that. Happy birthday, Dad.
Thanks. And my brother came into town, so I was really just like, look, I don't want to have to like go home, rush, because I got to come back and take a night for an 8-hour shift. Like,
What do you ask? Sometimes we just be too scared to ask. Like,
no, like seriously. And I was telling my father, I was like, look, if I don't ask, I'm telling myself no. I'm not even giving her the opportunity to tell me no. So, you know, let's just do this. And it worked out in my favor when I say 2024 been lit.
been so lit.
Girl, we love it here. So yes, now let's bust out these questions.
Like my computer.
Okay.
Okay.
Osteolytic lesion.
Yeah, I want to say M is like monoclonal antibodies.
Okay.
But let me double check. Yes, monoclonal plasma cells, rather.
Plasma cells.
Yeah.
Cells. Okay. Because plasma cells is what makes your antibodies. So that still makes me think that the M spike is for IgM antibody.
It's not IgM. It's another immunoglobulin, but it's not IgM. So not a coffee drinker. I drank that so fast because I had 6 hours of sleep last night. And I'm literally about to head out in less than 10 minutes to catch this train, get to school a little bit early so I could drop something off to my friend, and then head to the ED for a 6-hour shift because it's my father's birthday. It's my father's birthday. And we having a nice little party for him. My mother was like, we're going to obviously, like, they're ordering food, singing happy birthday. We're gonna play some games. And then the NCAA women's Final Four is tonight. So he and I like sports. Well, my mother watches sports too. The rest of my siblings, not so much. My brother that watches it, he don't live here. My other brother, I don't know if he coming. I should actually hit him up to see if he gonna come through. But yes, it's gonna be a great day. These are also some new scrubs. Let me stand somewhere where y'all can see them. All right, so here they are. I don't know. Now I bumped into my lens. Yeah, this is when it sucks not having a camera person because I just can't even see what you can see. Either way, here's the scrubs. I'll put the camera on the floor so you can see the rest. I don't know. The scrubs, okay. And they're from Pediatrics, cute color. All right, so per usual, y'all know how these trains be playing me, and I left out the house, and of course the train didn't want to come. So I was like, whatever. So I wound up taking another route to get to campus. And so I'm walking through the medical district where y'all see behind me is Rush Medical Hospital or whatever. And I'm gonna go drop this stuff off to my friend and then go to the ED. I wanted to get here at 9:40 for her. It's 9:41 and 29 seconds. So I'm like, you're gonna have to meet me in the school because otherwise I'm gonna be late and I can't be late. And I'm sure she's cool with that. I have to check my text to see what she said. But I was just on the phone with my mother and I was just telling her, like, I am so happy that I was able to get the shift changed. And she was telling me what type of food she ordering for the party. And how it's just like such an exciting time. Like, I don't know if y'all are new here or not or whatever, but back in October, the day before my birthday, I called my father and he was not speaking coherently completely. Like, some things were coherent. Like, I was able to ask him if he's just awake and he said no. Asked him if my mother was at home. He said no, she was at rehearsal. But then he was starting to say things that were like garbled or jargled. I don't even know. Gibberish. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so I called 911. He was having a stroke. So for this to be, what, 7 months? 6 months later, can I count? Yeah, 6 months and 3 days later. And we are celebrating another birthday where his speech has greatly improved and he is just doing so well. I'm like, there is no way I was gonna let a rotation shift stop me from celebrating my father. if I needed to, I was gonna have to call off. Like, we were just gonna have to do what we need to do. But I'm so happy that like some stereotypes for specialties are true. Pediatricians are very nice. And she's a med-peace doctor, but super, super nice. And I'm just grateful because she didn't have to say yes, but she did. And I wasn't about to be the one to tell myself no by not asking. So here we are. But cheers to a great shift and of me not getting sick from these kids. Let's get it. The entire first hour here, been chilling, talking to the resident, and now 3 patients came in, about to see one, and one is kind of like something I've never seen before, a neuro case, and yeah, was brushing up on some medications and presentation, knowing all the questions I need to ask, so let's do it. First of all, while I'm on my last day in the ED and I find out that there was actually a staff restroom, like it's way larger. Not that it's anything pretty or anything, but whatever. Point being, after we had nothing to do for the first hour, I have not like sat down and I have an hour and a half left. I've seen 3 patients, which is the max I've seen since I've been in the ED, but maybe I'll get another one. Who knows? Resident super, super chill. And another resident just came in and an attending. This attending is really nice too. I'm like, dang, I wish like they just seem like warm, fuzzy, bubbly, and like all the things I've heard about peds has been true. Everybody nice. Everybody like their job. Everybody love the kids. And I love that for me and my learning and my education because it's not intimidating and I can ask questions without feeling like them thinking I'm dumb. So that's been cool. Someone kind of tried to tell the resident what to do. And I was like, you know, it kind of makes me feel like it's because you're a woman. And I was like, yeah, those are my only thoughts. And she was like, yeah, same. But like, don't tell me what to do or how to do my job. Like I know what I'm doing. I'm like, yeah, it wasn't like you watching Netflix. She's like, yeah, I'm looking at the freaking chart. But alas. Either way, let me get back to it. All right, it is Friday. I ain't get paid. I paid them student loans. Actually, they just take my money every day. Anyway, I'm out. I'm done. Got to leave 5 minutes early. The way I ain't really do nothing. I checked in on 2 patients. And I'm thinking like, oh, they about to let me leave now early. Nah, I didn't. But it's cool. On my way to my parents' house to go to my father's birthday party. I never stopped to eat. So I'm actually mad hungry. I think the only thing I had was an oatmeal cream pie. And I'm like, bruh, I also can't even see if I can see myself. Because it's real bright on here. Hold on. Okay, it was just really bright in that moment so that I couldn't even see the thing on screen. But, okay, the week review in ED, it is not for me. The way, like, you really just have to, like, be on your P's and Q's. But by Wednesday, I was saying everybody got a URI. Everyone has an upper respiratory infection. So that was just kind of like, okay, which is likely viral, meaning supportive care, hydration, making sure that the little kids are still having enough wet diapers, peeing enough, pooping enough. And then if they have nasal congestion, use a humidifier, a snot sucker for the babies, being in a steamed room, you know, all these different things. A fever, use Tylenol to break the fever because you don't want your fever to get too high because then that puts you at risk for a seizure. Yeah, the week was cool though. Working with different residents and stuff, it's always different for me because you want to like learn somebody's style, their flow and stuff. But when you're working with one person one shift and then somebody else the next shift, it's definitely really hard to do that. But all in all, the people were very, very nice. I'm pretty sure I got some good feedback. I'm done with my history forms and physical exam forms where I have to get evaluated. So that's done. It was pretty decent though. I guess I'll sit down and give a better recap because I can't really think straight right now because I'm trying to get home.
Yeah. It's just a chemist. I know that.
I was a chemist.
I heard that.
I picked up some. I had some stuff. I remember.
7-7. Come on, it's on you, real. Come on, real.
Made a good.
We didn't get to tell us how old he is.
How old you are? Talk to the people.
77 years old.
Okay.
Sing it. Come on, sing it.
Okay.
77
Wow.
years old.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Adventuresome year on the way to 77, but I did make it, and for making it to share this occasion with each of you on this day, it's been a wonderful thing. Thank each of you for doing so much to see to it that I could make it this way. Special thanks to Sweetie. Special thanks to other members of my family. And a special memory to you other friends.
Amen.
Thank you all for being here tonight. Let's eat this cake, you all.
Okay, to close out the video, things I like about the ED was that you get to follow up with patients. 2 of my 3 patients on Friday, which was my last shift, I had to follow up with them. We kept them for observation, like needed fluids or like needed to recheck the cranial nerves. I did appreciate that because I don't get that at clinic. But overall, I'm not the girl who wants to be surprised of what I'm gonna see for the day. I need to know when I see it, like what's gonna come in. I don't like no surprise. So in the end, the ED is not for me, but I did learn a ton. Thanks, y'all. Catch you next time.